What is going on, everybody? We're here and we're live for Geeks and Gamers Daily. It's me, it's Jay.
On
What's
a
going on,
Tuesday.
Jay? On a Tuesday. Yeah. I just wanted to sleep today. You know what I mean? You ever have those days? Your hair looks like it's having one of those days where you just wanted to sleep.
It's rough. Yeah. That's every day.
That is every day. That is every
day, man.
I also I ate too much for breakfast this morning. I was like sitting around looking, and usually I don't do too much. I might have like a banana or like some yogurt or whatever. But I was looking and I was like, man, I really kind of want to make a breakfast burrito. So I made up a bunch of potatoes, a bunch of eggs, bacon, jalapenos, threw it all in there.
Just went all out, man.
Up, and then I had two massive fucking burritos. And now I just feel them in my
stomach. Take a nap.
It's like I didn't even fucking it's like they're not gonna digest. I just need to snake. I need to be a snake. I need to just chill out for a while, lay on the couch and digest it. It was really fucking good though, I gotta say.
Really I was up early, did my 8 a.m. stream that I do on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Those are always fun.
8 a.m. streams.
Yeah. Yeah, on the Welcome to Rebellion podcast channel, we do too early stuff. So it was a lot of fun. A lot of people show up. I appreciate it. But then, like, I've ate the same breakfast for like the last 10 years. 2 eggs, 2 sausage links, or 2 bacons. It's literally it. Once in a blue moon, I'll have oatmeal. If I feel I'm a little bound up, I'll throw some oatmeal in there. I'll like wake up like with some dried apricots.
Yeah. So normally, all right, if I'm on a cycle where I'm waking up early, and I've been waking up around 6:30 or 7 lately, I have to eat like something, right? If I'm gonna like work out in the morning or whatever, I have to eat a little bit of something. Usually it's just a couple spoonfuls of yogurt or a banana. Other than that, if I'm waking up at like 8:30, I don't fucking eat breakfast. I just wait till lunch. It's normally what I do. But
sounds about right.
You eat a big breakfast. 2 eggs, 2 sausage links, and what else?
That's it. That's it.
That's not that big, I guess. I thought you.
No, man, it's like I got like a giant skillet. One pan does it all, man. You throw in the sausage, gets a little grease, then you're set. You put the eggs in there, flip it over. It's done. Ready to go.
Yeah, that gets boring. You gotta spice it up.
I'm pretty boring when it comes to food, man. I am bland. I'm not a spice
You don't do anything
person.
like you don't throw like if I'm gonna do scrambled eggs or whatever, I'll throw some spinach in there, maybe some peppers, jalapenos, something like that. No.
Every time I cook, it's awful. And then dinner is like literally the same thing. I have a rice cooker, turn it on, and then I like put like a piece of chicken or steak in the air fryer. And my day's done.
You're a boring man.
Pretty bland. Like when I go out to eat, I'll dabble in the different seasonings, but not at home. Well, I'd rather watch RK Outpost on YouTube. I ain't got time to cook.
Yeah, I don't know.
A lot of videos I got to catch up on.
I don't know about that. Billy Magoo for 2. I agree with Jay. Ken Lipson says, I agree with Jay too.
There's a whole story with Billy Magoo.
Fake Thai dude for 100 baht. Funny, I agree with Jay as well. Everyone agrees with Jay this morning.
I don't know why. Billy Magoo was in 1989 Batman. Didn't die. There was a big dip. Listen, man. Listen, yesterday was a disaster. Some of the G&G teams supposed to be playing a game while Jeremy's like looking at Trump stuff on his other channel. So they put somebody else in charge. Supposed to play Animal Parties and Party Animals, excuse me. And then they realized late in the game that a lot of the members are sick, so they're not showing up. So all of a sudden they had to change the game. So it's like, what should we change it to? And they picked Fortnite. So I was like, okay, everybody has that, so we'll play that. Then the PlayStation Network, is it back up, chat? Was down for like 3+ hours and counting. Like it was down for a long time. It's usually when it's down, usually down for like 20 minutes. It was down for hours. So I couldn't play. So I just sat there. And then they put a poll in the chat. Would you rather see Fortnite or Mario Golf? And everybody's like, nobody wants to watch Fortnite. So what do they continue to do? They continue to play Fortnite, even though everybody wants to see Mario Golf. Well, then we fire up Mario Golf. The freaking Nintendo network kept bumping me off. So I said, I'm leaving. I'm done. I don't know how long they played. I don't know
Yeah,
who
it
won.
sounds rough. I had nothing to do with that.
Sucks. It was down for 7 hours. Wow.
Larry for 2. It's frickin' frack in the morning. iDots forever. Well, speaking of that, I think it's the last. Is this the last day that you can get your limited edition iDot Halloween shirt?
Yeah, the first. Shout out Billy Magoo.
This is the last day that you guys can get the Geeks and Gamers limited edition Halloween 2024 iDot shirt. We can get a close in on this guy. There he is. He's got something around his neck there. This is actually based on Jussie Smollett. So shout out. This is the Geeks and Gamers Halloween 2024 Rise of the iDot shirt.
That was
from
pretty
221B Tactical.
I
I market it the way I think our audience wants. That's the first time I noticed that particular bit there.
Yeah.
He's got 199 candles, spider, noose.
And you also get a hoodie.
Well, you can, yes. There's a hoodie available.
Hoodies available.
Well.
Shirts. Last day. Scoop it
Last
up.
day, or it's never going to be available again. You're going to miss the chance, and you're going to see all your friends wearing it, and you're going to think, oh, shucks, man.
Especially
I should have got it when I had the chance. I'll never see it again. Right?
I agree.
That's right.
I agree with Ryan on that one.
McCutters.
McCutters.
I have no choice but to agree with Jay.
Why? Thank you.
NASA Canes fan for 5. Plan to see the Acolyte. Even Atari failed after the ET game. Plan to save the Acolyte, not plan to see the Acolyte. And yeah, we're gonna get into that because hey, there's some fans that have not given up on seeing a second season of the Acolyte, and we're gonna talk about their newest venture. And at least some of them are putting their money where their mouths are. Joe Bob Purdue.
You look like a Purdue.
Are you retarded? Thanks, old Joe Bob. Nader's brick for 1. Ryan with Savvy's bush on his head.
Oh my God.
Did I miss something?
Yes, you did. I don't want to go down that hole.
Oh,
that
rabbit. No offense, Savvy, but I don't want to go down that hole. Is that what you're saying, Jay?
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if Savvy has a bush, to be honest. But hey, never know. B. Barrett for 2. Just ordered my iDot shirt. Ryan eats burritos for the shape without chewing.
Do you put together a fatty burrito, or is it like, some people buy those big wraps, that's what I meant. Like, is it like Chipotle size, or is it like the small one?
Not Chipotle size, but he's pretty fucking girthy. I'll tell you that.
Girthy, there you go.
Pretty girthy. Had an entire frying pan full of. I didn't have normally I do like diced potatoes or something. I didn't have that, so I had frozen French fries that I put in the air fryer quick to get those up. Then I put those in there. So I had French fries. I think I threw in like 5 eggs, like 10 pieces of bacon, jalapenos, mixed it all up. It's fucking great in this big ass frying pan. And that gave me 2 massive burritos worth of breakfast burrito. Put some Texas Pete hot sauce on there while you're eating it. Oh, you got to dump a bunch of cheese in right as it gets done cooking. So it's all gooey. And then I just do like the fucking like Mexican shredded cheese. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you throw that in there on top as it's like done, so it melts in there, and then you put some in the burrito in the bottom before you put your shit in, and then you put a bunch more on top. Boom.
Yeah, that's got to be Nick said 2,500 calories. What do you think? Probably last you all day, no?
Maybe more. Maybe more. It was a lot. Like I said, it was a lot. I feel like taking a nap now. I ate so much.
I bet.
Hammer for 2. Ryan, who would win, Vader or Malgus? I don't know. I think we've had these conversations before. If it was fucking Vader in his suit, I think Malgus is a little more mobile. He obviously has restrictions because of his breathing device, but he's much more capable physically. And Vader's pretty limited by his suit. John Ambler for 5. Who's this Jagon? Why is everyone agreeing with him?
I
don't know, John. I don't want to go down that hole. What the fuck, Jay? Phrasing.
Like the rabbit hole. Like you guys know what I'm talking about.
Was it as girthy as RG3's croissant? This is what I'll say. I would not have taken a picture of myself eating the burrito and fucking post it like RG3 did. McCutters for 2. Ooh, he needs some milk.
I'm going to go with Anakin Vader can beat Malgus. That's what I think. Without the suit. Oh, snap. Here it comes.
Well, 100%. Like, if you're talking Anakin, it's a completely different story.
Yeah. But, well, I mean, he was technically Vader before the suit. Right? So,
I know, but when people ask that,
I know what you mean. Malgus was pretty awesome, though. Pretty cool character. I have his statue back there. Hold on. Let me get the glasses on. Here we go. I'm ready.
Ryan Shatner's The Classics for 10. Hello. With the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now. Entertain us. I feel stupid and contagious. Just got tested. I'm good. Here we are now. Entertain us. A mulatto, an albino, a mosquito, my libido. Thank you.
Thank you, Kurt Cobain.
Force Geek for 5. Jay, please convince Jeremy to play Phasmophobia with the crew. It'd be great and comes to console this month. It'd be very entertaining.
He only listens to super chats, apparently. We have told him that before.
That's a super chat.
That is a super chat. So, yeah, I'll let him know.
Cider Hype for 2. Gamer Country. Unbounding. I wore a cowboy hat. Hey, there you go. Thanks, Cider Hype. Yes, this is Gamer Country. We should have put that. Should have put that on the IDOT shirt. If I had known we were going full Jesse Smollett with it, maybe I would have suggested it. But let's get into this because Jay, the Acolyte, it's been what? 2 months since
it's been a while.
Canceled? Over a month since it was canceled. I don't know how long it's officially been. It feels like forever since we got the news that the Acolyte had officially bit the dust, that after the disappointment of season 1, the viewership disaster, and the real budget being revealed, that this thing actually cost over $230 million and counting for just 1 season, 8 episodes. And Lucasfilm said, no, that's it. We've had enough. Since then, a handful of people that actually did enjoy the Acolyte, they went out there on social media and they demanded that we have more Acolyte. You need to give us more. This isn't fair. Don't listen to those toxic man baby YouTubers. Give us more Acolyte. Their petition got over 80,000 signatures. Unfortunately, considering the viewership that would be required to justify renewing something like the Acolyte, that wasn't near enough. So now there's something else, Jay. This was going around yesterday. There's a new GoFundMe.
Yep. Made a video on it.
There's a new GoFundMe. Now, there might be a little misconception. This is a not GoFundMe to fund the second season of The Acolyte because that would require $200 million. Don't think that's going to happen. Instead, this is a fundraiser to get more attention to the cause, to hashtag Save the Acolyte. You can see right here. Help fundraise to save the Acolyte. Hi, all. This fundraiser serves to bolster our efforts to save our beloved Star Wars series, The Acolyte. These funds will go towards paid publicity efforts to garner support. The Save/Renew the Acolyte campaign, like, but not limited to, things like a Times Square billboard, trucks with ads parked in front of Lucasfilm offices, etc. Now, before I talk about some personal experience I've had in this before, Jay, what was your first reaction?
I was reading, like what they were planning on doing. So they want to get an ad in Times Square that cost and I was like, So if they get an ad in Times Square, more people will be drawn to their cause. My first thought was $2,000 for an ad in Times Square seems a little low, honestly. I thought it would cost a lot more, unless New York is really hurting. If that's where we're at. I just thought in Times Square, like it would cost a lot more. So what are they going to show it for, like 30 seconds? Is it a 10-second ad? I don't know.
I don't know. I also don't know if it means, hey, up there in Times Square or on a fucking bus station.
Yeah,
corner.
exactly.
I don't know, and I'm not
in
gonna
Times
speculate.
Square, could it just be on like someone's television screen that's got a store there that they're selling out stuff? So I think this person believes that it's going to be like a big ad on one of the giant skyscrapers, and they'll have their Acolyte saved. Now, what I find funny is, could you imagine if they get this thing funded? As of right now, they're at 1850.
I think it'll fund. It's only been going for like 24 hours or something. I think it'll be funded.
I think it would be. Could you imagine if they get this thing, they get an ad out there, and they get a cease and desist from like Lucasfilm, like you can't use our photos in an ad or anything like that.
Oh God, that would be
and all
crazy.
These beloved fans are like, "Well, we're trying to help you." Like, cease and desist, take it down now. Like, that would be hilarious.
Now, listen, here's the thing. I don't think that anything is going to save the Acolyte. I don't think anything's going to justify a season 2. And I think it's kind of a fruitless cause. But I have at least some respect for people putting their money where their mouths are instead of just tweeting, 50 times a day about it or whatever. And in fact, going back 8 years, I've been in this position before. Now, it wasn't for a $250 million failed fucking TV show. It was, in fact, for the expanded universe. After Star Wars decanonized and got rid of the Star Wars expanded universe, we actually fundraised $6,000. I think it was an Indiegogo or a GoFundMe. I don't remember. And put up a couple billboards right outside Lucasfilm headquarters. Okay. And then after the sequels were over, because the official response from Disney was basically, hey, we're not looking to do that right now. We're really focused on the sequel trilogy. And then again in 2020, the same fucking thing. This time it was about $5,000 raised. And it was 2 billboards targeted towards Lucasfilm, right? As they're going to work, these billboards that they can see, asking to, hey, continue the Star Wars expanded universe. There's a little bit of a big difference, though. One, I think that was even very futile at that point. It didn't have much of a chance of succeeding. But 2, we're talking about asking for novels and books and things like this, as opposed to $250 million failed shows. Because that's what the Acolyte is, right? So it is a multi-$100 million project that was the biggest viewership failure they've ever seen, that they're asking for more. But I don't think that has any chance in hell of succeeding. I actually think that people are now a little bit onto this fake social media stuff. I think a lot of people that have given in to the social media calls have then regretted it later because they realize it's not as big of a group of people as you might think. Take Morbius, for instance. They were gaslit into releasing Morbius for a second time by social media memes, only for it to flop a second time. But,
I imagine that meeting with Morbius where it's like, hey, guys, we're trending on Twitter. People want to see it, man. Let's release it again and see what happens. Like, no, you need someone that understands that people are making fun of it. And then you're right. They released it again. Could you go back to the other picture? Did you see like someone donated $500?
I see anonymous. Yeah.
If you knew for certain that you would get a season 2, if you had to donate $500, would you be willing to do that? I think I would.
Oh, me? No, I'd never
not
throw my money away like that. No.
Yeah, but I made a lot of money on the Acolyte. So
nah,
if Lucasfilm came to me and said, Jay, if you pay $500, we'll give you a season 2. I'm like, I'd probably be down for it.
Yeah. So at least, listen, I have more respect, even though I think the goal is insane and it's never going to happen. I have more respect for people that are actually willing to go out and do something and put their money where their mouths are, instead of just, look, 80,000 of a strong signed a petition and Lucasfilm still sides with the YouTubers. I think their goal is ridiculous and insane, and it's never going to happen. But I at least have more respect for that than I do for this, quite frankly.
Yeah.
But we'll see if it happens. We'll see if in a month or two from now, Jay, there's a big Acolyte ad in the middle of Times Square, and people are thinking to themselves, "What the fuck is this all about?"
That's the thing. Like, I would love to get some boots on the ground just to see how long it stays up. Like, I'm sure they'll let us know on social media that maybe it was just a blip in the wind, just comes and goes like a fart. And then they get a cease and desist from Lucasfilm. That would be the perfect story.
Yeah, they use like a picture of Chimere and OSHA or something, and Lucasfilm's like, "Hey, you don't have the rights to do this." Those are our characters that we're never going to use in anything again. Thank you very much.
They would go crazy. They would go crazy.
Yeah, well, like I said, I've been through this. We put up 2 billboards in San Francisco at Lucasfilm 4 years apart, one in 2016, one in 2020. And turns out because
did they even acknowledge it? No, they didn't even acknowledge it. Right?
They did. Pablo Hidalgo like mentioned it. He mentioned the billboard that he saw. Yeah, stuff like that. They did acknowledge it, but ultimately they didn't think it was worth doing. And they had no plans to fucking continue the Star Wars EU, in large part because they wanted to let people like Dave Filoni just bend it over and butt fuck it like he does all the dogs in his basement, right? So, that was a goal that probably was never, ever going to be possibly realized. But the big difference is that was, a group of fans that had been buying Star Wars products and Star Wars EU products for years and years and years. We're talking about novels as opposed to multi-$100 million live action television series. So I think something like that probably had a better chance of being successful and letting them know. Whereas this, I mean, say they do get a billboard up there and Lucasfilm's like, "Oh, look, wow, they took the initiative to get a billboard up. How many people did it take to do this?" And they're like, "Oh, 45 people contributed to a $2,200 project."
Yeah.
Probably not going to be beneficial for us in the long run.
Well, Ryan, I got news for you, because there is another Acolyte 2 GoFundMe that just started. Fund the Acolyte Season 2, looking to raise $180 million. They have one contribution for $10 someone gave a month ago. They're on their way. What?
I mean, that's obviously a troll one, and that's great. You know what would be really funny? If they just raised $180 million, fucking gave it to Disney, and they just pocketed it.
Yeah.
They're like, "Hey, this takes care of season 1. Thanks. We need more money for season 2.
What I'm saying, imagine if this was like, what if they actually raised it? Who do they send the check to? Do they call like Kathleen Kennedy on the phone? Like, "Hey, we have a check for you." For like, how does that even work? I don't know, man. What if they raised it, they gave it all to Trump? It's like, you're gonna give it to a political party.
That'd be fucking nuts.
Thanks for giving.
Did you guys talk about the Zachary Levi stuff yesterday, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't think it was gonna get as much traction as it did, but people are crazy out there. So
yeah, it's wild.
Did you see Will Wheaton go after him today?
Yeah, Will Wheaton's nuts. It's just kind of crazy, and we obviously saw this with Gina Carano. We've seen it with other people as well. Right, every motherfucker in Hollywood puts out these endorsements for Kamala or Joe Biden, whoever it happens to be that year, and one fucking person comes out and endorses the other side, and they just get fucking dogpiled. They just get dogpiled, and nothing changes the fact that Shazam 2 was kind of shitty for Zachary Levi.
Or the color purple, right?
The color purple, or the purple crayon. I don't think that did very well at the box office. I can't say I saw that one. But, I'm sure that Zachary Levi knew he was going to get a lot of shit for it. He said a handful of things in the past that he probably knew he's going to get a little bit of shit for. But, this is, you become persona non grata very quickly in Hollywood as soon as you get anywhere close to a MAGA hat.
Look at that.
Props to him.
Look what Will said. Something I love
Well,
about
no, you got to read. You got to read the. Is that on Facebook? I think so.
Yeah.
Will Wheaton is feeling disgusted.
He went out of his way to set that as his profile. Something I love about our nerd community is how welcoming and diverse we are. You know, when you start off a statement like that, oh, we are a safe place for everyone who has ever been authored. Is that how you say that? Authored, sorry.
Othered.
Othered.
Like to make you feel like an outcast or like
I feel othered.
Yeah.
We are a safe place for vulnerable people to come together and safely love all the wonderful nerdy stuff we love. With that in mind, I think it's pretty important for anyone who supports Nerd Headquarters. What does that mean?
Nerd HQ. Maybe it might be some fucking. Maybe it's Zachary Levi's thing. Maybe it's some random Facebook page. I don't know what Nerd HQ is in this context.
Yes. Yeah, Will Wheaton wasn't really a loved person on anything that he did, right? Like, from what I know.
The most love Will Wheaton ever got was on Big Bang Theory, to be honest. Like,
he played himself, right?
Yeah. A fiction. He was getting like fictional appreciation.
He's like, what a disappointment. What a disgrace. Disgusting.
Quick edit here, gently pointing anyone who is not aware of it to the paradox of tolerance. A place is not safe if you can't keep out the people who would make it unsafe. This includes non-physical safety, and fundamental human rights are not a matter of opinion.
Why does he write quick edit here?
But he wrote an edit because he was getting blasted in all likelihood for saying we're so diverse and we're so tolerant and all these things. Fuck this guy for voting Trump.
Yeah.
And then he has to say, just so you know, when I say tolerance, I just mean in this very niche defined way. I don't actually mean political tolerance. I don't mean differences of opinions politically. That's not okay. Anything that goes against that's racist, that's bigotry, that's transphobia, that's all this shit, right? Because that's how they need to redefine these things. So that was his quick edit.
Thank you, Will Wheaton, the voice of Nerdy Headquarters.
Nerd HQ.
And then he follows up, I think, with this picture. So there you go. There you go.
Pull that back up. Just remove the trans part from this equation. Does this look like a man you would trust to protect kids? Between the glasses and the forced smile. All right.
He obviously hasn't seen a push-up in about 6 years.
Been a while. Unless you're talking bra for his man boobies. Maybe. But yeah, Will Wheaton. What a weirdo, dude.
Shut up, Wesley.
What a weirdo. Anyway. Lucifer, the Doberman for 2. Can you imagine a Disney Plus Darth Bane series? Also, good morning. I don't want in a perfect world, yes. Now, no. Never. Don't let anybody near these fucking stories or characters. Speaking of Savvy's angry nethers, did you see my doodle of her and Epic Mike? Find my X post. Same name, no hyphen. Hail the 199 and IDOTs. I don't think I saw your fucking whatever porn meme you made of Epic Mike and Savvy. Can't say I saw it. Nick Gore for 2. Look at the picture. Jeremy, a homosexual. That is all. I didn't know Chris had a brother from another mother named Nick. There he is. I see the resemblance. The Wolf from Heart, $2,000 gets them the side of a bus. Hashtag rescue Dave Filoni's dog. Yeah, maybe there is. I can't say I'm familiar with pricing of advertisements in Times Square, so I don't know. John Getz, Dave Filoni, Thief and Fifth, Acolyte is done.
That's pretty good.
Casual Collector, best Star Wars book series after Rogue One and after Rogue Squadron and Zahn's trilogy. After Rogue Squadron and Zahn's trilogy, the best Star Wars series. The Darth Bane trilogy is really solid. The middle book is a little weak. The first one is amazing. Second one, or the third one's really, really good. Second book a little weak, but still overall a really good story. The second book was rushed out a little bit. My favorite is probably Legacy of the Force. I don't know if that's everyone's favorite, but I love the Legacy of the Force series. John Getz, I could give my money to North Carolina Relief, but the Acolyte.
Yeah, exactly. Gosh, people in North Carolina stay.
Well, that's true, but obviously, if anybody feels the need to donate to that cause, absolutely they should. However, you just sent a super chat to us, that talking about I'd rather give money, so it is what it is. The world doesn't stop turning necessarily, and not every, listen, yeah, I could have only ate one breakfast burrito this morning and donated the rest to North Carolina, but the world keeps on turning. We're still praying for everybody in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Laura Lynn Lance, good morning, y'all. Smooches for J Bear. Hi, Ryan. Have a blessed and fun day. Make it good, y'all. Hail the Rebellion 199, you IDOTs. Filthy Casual for 5. This charade is just more evidence that this is a cult. Completely irrational, ideologically motivated behavior and obsession. They are completely deranged. This is Filthy Casual. Dom H for 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Dom H.
What's up, Dom?
Jason Yankovic for 2. Now we need a G&G Save the Acolyte hoodie.
Wonder if that would sell.
Maybe. We have to get a decent design, though.
Yeah.
Boba Fett for 199. The Penguin proves good writing / acting rules all.
Did you see the second episode?
Yeah, I did. Ultimately, that's all it fucking comes down to. The Penguin at this point is basically just a fucking mob gangster drama kind of thing. That ultimately that's what it is at this point, set in the city of Gotham. And if you have writers that can make you interested and care about certain characters and what they're doing, and you have these characters that have well understood motivations, or at least you get a sense of their motivations and you're really intrigued to find out more, and you can use some smart writing, you can have people drawn in regardless of whether it's a massive blockbuster level, huge fight sequence and stuff, or whether it's just two people talking in a room. And it's too few shows are like that now. Did you see the second episode?
I haven't seen any of it yet.
What?
Yeah. It's on my list. I plan on it. I went through Netflix, the Menendez series. That was pretty wild. And then of course, Vince McMahon series. So Penguin's coming up.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely watch it. It's been good. First
It's awesome.
It's been really good. I think.
Everybody's like, Jay, I'm gonna watch it. I have nothing. It sounds awesome.
If it's related to that shitty Batman movie, it's crap, says Doom Reaper. Obviously, you're well educated, and you've obviously seen it, and you already know. You see the future. Let's see. I read that one over on Rumble. Where are we? Safe, safety, safe, says B-Chain. Munchie Ninja for 10. If you thought Raylos are weird, Oshamirs are even worse. Seriously, half of them should have their hard drives checked.
Oshamirs, that's what they're calling it?
A lot of weirdos in the Acolyte fan base. A lot of fucking weirdos out there. I think that was the target demographic, unfortunately. Ministry of Wrong Thing for 5. The wording of this statement is very deliberate. By stating we are very loving of other people, you're inherently implying your opponent does not. Yeah, it's the same shit we've seen, the same tactics we've seen from them for the past decade plus. Jay's new meme. Have you been othered? You haven't heard that term, othered?
No. Sounds too close to udder, like a cow.
You should, if you do a video
so maybe
about
I
it,
have heard it,
mispronounce
and
like
I just always thought it was talking about something else.
Will Wheaton peaked with Stand By Me.
He was in Stand By Me?
Was he the dead kid?
I haven't seen that movie in forever. River Phoenix was in that, right? Othered. Everyone in the chat saying it. Othered. Yellow Flash says Drunk 3PO is a big fan of Will Wheaton. I have no idea what he was in other than Star Trek. And that was for like a half the season, right?
I guess I forgot that Will Wheaton was one of the kids in Stand By Me.
Yeah.
Yo, Jay.
What's up, Dom?
Dave Filoni's dog says, Dave brought me to the Diddy parties. I was passed around like a joint. Dave and Diddy entered me at the same time. Was easy because Dave is 3 inches when erect. Thank you, Dave Filoni's dog. Like Steel for 2, I agree with Jay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lex. I think I'm all caught up there. I want to make sure I didn't accidentally miss one. Chris B for 5. That unfleshed turd mentions paradox of tolerance. Let's lean into that and correct those like him, since they push for grooming and mutilation. And he plays games for 5. Ryan, ever play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? You can play EU characters like Revan, Malgus, Malik, Treya, Mara Jade, plus no story at all, so not woke.
And they are dedicated YouTube channels just for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And they just sit there and play it. And that's their whole channel. It's
like the card game, though, right?
Yeah,
like,
it's a fun watch, man.
It's like a mobile. It's like a mobile collecting or card collecting game where you fight against other people. They have to make so much fucking money on that.
The guy that I watch, like, he dresses up like Thrawn and plays the game. He's got thousands of people watching him play that game. Forgot his name, though.
I probably pulls off a cosplay better than Dave Filoni.
Well, he doesn't paint his face blue. He just wears like the white. But it's pretty. Hey, man, it's having fun. Everybody's having fun. That's what life's all about. Can't get caught up in all that nonsense. Like Star Wars Outlaws. I hear the rumor that it barely sold a lot of copies.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking like 1 million-ish, like as of right now. That's not good. If it only sold like 800,000 in August or whatever, and maybe a little more after that, it's not fucking good. You think about that, and you say, okay, this game costs what, $70?
Yeah.
Okay, $70. But what does Ubisoft actually get out of that, right? Because they don't get all of that in the same way when you go to a fucking theater, they don't get all of that either. Like, what is the actual Ubisoft take for that is what you have to consider. I don't fucking know the answer to that. But let's just say that they get, I don't know, because maybe a lot of it's digital and stuff. Let's say even fucking like 70%. Say they get like $50 for a copy sold, which is probably a little more than it really is. But you say that and you think, okay, $50 million. How much did Star Wars Outlaws cost? How much did the game itself cost?
Yeah.
Probably in the realm of $250 million or more. We've heard rumors that it was one of the biggest marketing campaigns they've ever had. So you're legitimately having to think, okay, $350, $400 million. What's the break-even point for Star Wars Outlaws? It's not 1 million copies sold. I guarantee you that. Like, holy shit. That's rough.
Yeah, that's just, I don't know if that's been confirmed, but that's what's been.
Well, Ubisoft certainly hasn't come out and said we only sold 1 million copies. It's just people putting pieces together right now.
Yeah.
But yes, we might as well talk about that now because Ubisoft has been getting absolutely eviscerated over the past couple days. Well, really the past couple months in the lead up. But of course, once Ubisoft had the failure of Star Wars Outlaws and subsequently delayed Assassin's Creed Shadows, now everybody can kind of sense the blood in the water at Ubisoft and legitimately asking questions about this company, right? Ubisoft CEO blames gamers after poor sales of Star Wars Outlaws. Now, really what he did was effectively say, You can't just put out something okay anymore. Gamers they're more demanding than that. You really need to be excellent for them to buy something. I don't even know if that's necessarily the case either, but instead of admitting that, yeah, maybe the marketing was off, maybe this game was a pile of shit. No, gamers, they're very demanding these days, says the Ubisoft CEO. Is the rumor is circulating that Star Wars Outlaws has sold around 1 million copies total at this point, which would be a massive fucking disaster for them. And it even has people bringing up the possibility with all these flops and failures and delays and all this stuff. The investors hounding the Ubisoft heads right now. Could we actually be at a point where Ubisoft is considering bankruptcy of some sort? And all of this as Assassin's Creed Shadows still looms in the distance. They delayed it till February. There's chances that it gets delayed more than that. There's rumors swirling about them removing Yasuke's character as a whole. I don't think there's any chance in fucking hell that that happens, especially in the timeline they're talking about. There's a new rumor circulating that originally the main character was Japanese. Well, that's not even really a new rumor because we heard that 6 months ago.
Yeah.
That was when they started development on this game 8 to 10 years ago. But either way, the blood clearly, like I said, the blood is in the water for Ubisoft. Everyone can sense it. The fact that you're coming out and making statements like, hey, we know there's a perception about this company that we're woke, but we promise we don't care about political ideology or pushing identity politics when everything on your website says otherwise. It's a fucking mess right now for Ubisoft.
I just would love to see that meeting, go to the board and say, excuse me, what's the problem with this game? Well, it's the gamers. So let me get this straight. You made a video game for gamers, but you're blaming the gamers for the failure of your video game. Is that what I'm hearing correctly? You literally made a video game and you're blaming the people that's supposed to be buying your game. Say that one more time for the people in the back. Tell me how that makes sense. Like, it's unbelievable, man.
I'm really happy.
Listen,
right?
I've been saying it. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you. They do this crap, and we say this a million times. These people never take responsibility for crap that they throw out there. Never. It's always pass the blame. It's always like from day one. We talked about it yesterday. The freaking 2016 Ghostbusters. Well, it's Trump's fault that it failed. Like, it's passing the blame, and they never let it go. Pass the blame. It's your fault. It's your fault. That guy's fault. All right, it's Jake Stanley in the chat who says he agrees with me. It's his fault. Brick House, it's your fault. It's all you guys' fault. Anybody who plays a game, your fault for not making our company great. How dare you? That's unbelievable. All right, I'm done.
Listen, I consider an early birthday present because Assassin's Creed Shadows was originally supposed to launch on my birthday, which that wouldn't not have been a happy birthday to me. Now they moved it to Valentine's Day, smack dab in the middle of Black History Month. We'll see if it does release then, if that will provide a little crutch, a little shield, a little barrier for criticism for them. Maybe that's part of the plan. I don't know. But I would be like stunned is an understatement if they were actually to do anything legitimately to try to remove Yasuke or anything like that. The game's fucking built around him in a big way. Him and the other protagonist. Like, that ain't happening in 3 fucking months. Like, if you delay the game a year, maybe we can start to talk about that. 3 months? That shit ain't happening.
I mean, honestly, when these activists get a hold of this company, this company used to make some awesome Assassin's Creed games. I remember, I
made a great pirate game too.
The Skull and Bones was hyped for 10 years, right? Like, they kept giving us stuff. They're like, Skull and Bones, it's coming, but it got delayed. Skull and Bones, get ready. It's going to be everything you ever wanted for Skull and Bones. Here's another teaser. It looks great. We got to delay it again. They kept delaying it. And finally they released it with all this hype, and it was, I didn't buy it or play it. It's just all my friends that were like, I think this is going to replace Sea of Thieves. You're going to love it. And it's like, now what? Gone. No one talking about it. I don't know anybody playing it. I don't know anybody that enjoyed it. Gone. Completely gone. Crazy, man. You had a company that was I don't know if they were on top of the game, but they were putting out some good stuff, and then they let these people get in there, and now it's now they're blaming everyone.
Yeah, Skull and Bones was hyped for so long, and it came out. It was just a fart in the wind. Not even 3 sheets to the wind, just a fart in the wind. Black Flag is still really fun to play, though. I'll be honest.
Yes.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag is still really fun.
Probably the best pirate game ever made.
Find yourself sailing around, fucking taking on ships, stealing
killing
shit,
whales,
finding whales. Yeah, dude, it's a lot of fun for some reason. It's a lot of fun for some reason,
bro.
What?
Look, hold on, let me share this. Skull and I mean, I guess this happens. Skull and Bones is now $24. $24, dude. And then there was something on the main page that says, we'll let you play this game for free for a little while before you
buy a demo right there.
Gosh.
Just play the demo, Jay. Have you streamed it?
No. I was just waiting to see what people thought of it. My man King's Advisors was like, don't waste your time. It's god awful. So I was like, okay. I trust King's Advisors.
Maximus BT for $1.99. Are you retarded? Thank you, Maximus. Burb shit for 2. Pit Droids from 1999 was better than Outlaws. Logan Johnson, Yasuke should have been like a support character, if anything, but instead, like Miles Morales, he was added as a DEI hired to lead a Japanese game. Yeah, like that's the thing. If it was in this time frame, it would be a little bit ridiculous and a little bit cringe if they did have Yasuke show up as a fucking Flowbone Samurai or whatever, just as like, oh, you help him in one side mission. Would have been retarded and dumb. It's another thing to make him the main fucking character. It's a complete and totally different thing. And it's blown up in their faces in a big way. Guinea pig with a fanny pack for 5. How far away do you think we are from being called ists and phobes for not buying a specific vehicle, cereal, air freshener, or whatever other product? I mean, I'm sure it's already happened in a couple of those senses. What's the most transphobic cereal, Jay?
Fruit Loops.
Why? I mean, I like Fruit Loops. So
I know
maybe, but
call those people Fruit Loops, so they probably think that name is a slur. What's going on with those Fruit Loops over there? You never heard that? You never heard that?
It sounds like something like my grandfather would say.
Exactly.
Not like nowadays. No.
Come on, man. You go to Thanksgiving. You still talking about them Fruit Loops there on your YouTubes? Maybe Fruity Pebbles. That's another one.
Fruity Pebbles. Oh,
I'm just trying here. I don't know. I haven't had a bowl of cereal in a long time.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking to the person who's clearly had the same breakfast for the past decade.
I know.
So,
not that I don't like it, man. If I eat cereal,
what's your top three? Top 3 cereals.
Lucky Charms is up there.
Trash.
Really? You don't like little marshmallows?
That's not the point. What's the fucking vast majority of the rest of the cereal? It ain't fucking marshmallows.
It kind of mixes in. I could go for some cinnamon toast crunch. It's always good.
Solid choice.
And then I like chocolate cereal, so like Cocoa Puffs or something like that. The Reese's cereal, I will say this. I used to buy a lot of
Reese's Puffs, yeah.
Yeah.
Those were big back in the day, like when I was growing up, yeah.
Oh, someone said Captain Crunch. Yeah, I was a Captain Crunch guy. That's
Captain Crunch peanut butter.
Yeah, that was
so my top.
But that was the most expensive cereal on the freaking.
Yeah, because it's fucking good. We're not. Listen, all right. I was poor for about like a year of my life. Right, about a year of my life, we were like legit poor. Where instead of buying a name brand cereal, you'd go and you'd get the fucking like dog food sized, like generic brand cereal or whatever.
Yeah, it's a big bag of puff wheat. That's it. You got to dump sugar on it.
And you know,
instead of getting some cereal, get the bag of puff
Mountain
wheat.
Dew, we'd be getting Mountain Lightning. You know, went through a little time
Dr.
like that.
Thunder.
Not the best part of my life, but we got through it. Okay, we got through it. Got back to those brand names, but for me, the top 3 are Fruit Loops, Captain Crunch peanut butter, and just regular plain old ass, right? Nothing on it, just fucking that in milk, cornflakes.
Really?
Yeah. It's my top 3 cereals.
I never was into what was that? What's that one cereal that they always had the sports people? Wheaties. I never got into that.
Eats? Yeah, me neither. I was like, oh
I
my
thought they
God,
taste
look
like
who's on it.
crap.
But I never wanted to fucking eat it.
Yeah.
It just seemed too healthy. If these athletes are fucking eating it, I probably don't want that. Give me Fruit Loops.
I think the one with the Jenner guy on there is I think that one's worth a lot of money if you have that one.
The what?
The track star that became a trans person. He was on the cover of a box of Wheaties.
Oh, Bruce Jenner.
Bruce Jenner, yeah. And like I don't know what he goes by today.
Caitlyn Jenner, I think.
I don't.
I might have. Let's see what I have. I think I have cornflakes right now.
They have like if you have that sealed, I think it's worth a lot of money today. Or maybe it was at one point. I don't know. Excuse me, Jay. It's Caitlyn Jenner. I knew it was something. That's why I just call him the Jenner guy. That's just how it is. Every once in a while, I'll get. Yeah, there you go.
Man,
they haven't changed since like 1930. Same freaking rooster, green rooster on the box. Big words, Kellogg's.
They don't change their cocks, all right?
And they put strawberry flakes in it. I don't know a single person that. Have you ever diced up strawberries and dumped it in the cornflakes?
I mean, I'm sure there's people that do that like put a big effort in. Not me.
Yeah, I'm more a banana guy. If I put any fruit in my cereal, it'd be a banana.
That's way too much work. Like,
it's like
the reason I eat cereal is so I can just fucking pour it in a bowl and eat it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Not because I want to fucking get a knife out, get a cutting board. Like, fuck that shit. I don't want to fucking have to cut up fruit to put in my cereal.
That's like mom would buy Chex Mix cereal or something.
Keep it separate. You want to have fucking some strawberries, banana, eat that separate with your cereal. I didn't cut it all up. Anyway, let's see. We said that. Logan Johnson for 10. Black Flag is my all-time favorite AC game, and Rogue had so much potential to be really great, being an assassin hunting Templar, working your way up the Brotherhood. I really want to replay 3 again. It's been a long time since I played AC3, the one set in America. I was so hyped for that one. I remember I had like the steel book when it came out, the fucking like American flag behind it and shit. God, it was cool. Mo Zamboni. Oh, yeah, tricks. Silly, F slur, dicks are for chicks. There you go.
Good old days.
Good old days. The tricks rabbit. B Chain for 5. Kick them Fruit Loops right in their Fruity Pebbles. Unless they chop them off. Shadow Saiyan, soggy cereal, crunchy. 100% crunchy. That's why the vast majority of time, and I'm weird for doing this, and I wholeheartedly will accept, unlike a lot of these degenerates and losers and freaks, I'll accept when there's something weird about me. And that is how I prefer to eat cereal. Very rarely am I ever going to fucking put a bowl and like fill it with milk. Once in a while, if I'm going to eat it really fast, I will. Most of the time, I have a bowl full of dry cereal and I have a glass of milk. And every time I take a bite of cereal, I drink milk with it.
You know, I tried that after you mentioned that.
That's how I rock and roll. It keeps it crunchy, bro.
Not bad.
Exactly.
I got something that'll make you very happy, Ryan.
Well, I'll believe when I see it.
Make you happy. Breaking news. As of today, it is now illegal in Florida for a homeless to sleep or camp out on sidewalk, parks, or other public premises. There you go. I knew that would make you happy. I know. It's someone's grandma, I think. That's
good.
I think the people voted on that, too. I think that was like years ago. We voted. Finally putting it in place.
Like, I don't know where you can go. You don't belong here. Stop fucking begging for me on the same fucking corner every second.
I only said that because when I visited Ryan when he lived in California, we talked about homeless people. He made me laugh, man. I was dying. Anyway.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, what do you do? You can't just dump them in the ocean, right? Like, what do? You just got to fucking make them get up and leave, go fucking somewhere else, or put them in jail, one or the other. Like,
put them in the ocean.
Just saying. I said that one. Here we are. I find insight fundamental movement. So when it's black, this insomniac take an original tack. Oh, sorry. I find insight fundamental movement. So when it's black, this insomniac takes an original tact. Keep the beast in my nature under ceaseless attack. I gets no sleep. I can't get no sleep. Thank you, Crit Nature. Dustin Echoes for 199. Captain Crunch, because fuck the roof of your mouth.
That's pretty good.
I'll be real. I just told you guys, I eat my cereal dry and then drink milk with it. If I don't have any problem eating Captain Crunch, you're just a pussy, okay? Like the palate of your mouth is fucking soft or some shit. Get hard. Infamous. I'm glad you had more to say after starting out with straight old ass. Sounded to start like a cereal a Fruit Loop would eat. Which is like plain ass, right? Like plain ass fucking cornflakes.
No sugar, right?
No sugar, no sugar. No sugar. And that's very plain.
When I got Rice Krispies, man, you got to dump like a half a bowl of sugar in that just to get it, in my opinion.
Yeah, no thanks. NPC Hero for 5. Back in 2018, I wouldn't watch any G&G videos without Jeremy. Now I'm always hoping at least one of you two's on the live stream. How's it going, guys?
Well, I appreciate that.
What can we say? Jeremy fell off. Thank you, NPC Hero. Phil, TMNT for 2. Ryan used to be Riley, and Jay secretly goes by Jaina.
When did that happen?
I don't know. Over on Rumble, where are we at on Rumble here? Pat for $1. Watching the Penguin reminded me what was missing in the Acolyte. Good writing, good acting, good cinematography. Yeah, but it didn't have lightsabers. Evident Hair for 2. To the people thinking that color swapping Yasuke and calling him a different name would be true, I have a question. With all the other inaccuracies and UB crap bugs, would you still play it? And I also don't think that, again, there's a lot of rumors now coming out about Yasuke. Like, we know from one of the people that worked on the original like design. This is talking about like 8 years ago when I started laying the base layer for the development of it and really started with it. The original plan was for it to be a male Japanese protagonist. I don't think they just sat there and snapped their fingers and swapped and decided to call him something else. I think the whole game was built on this idea of Yasuke. So I don't think it's going to be able to be changed just like that. Pat for 2. Mountain Dew's banned in Japan and the EU because it contains brominated vegetable oil. Lucky Charms is banned in Norway and Austria for red dye 40 and yellow dye 5 and 6. Well, guess what? Here in America, we're stronger than you fucking pathetic people in other portions of the globe. A little brominated, whatever the fuck. Eat that shit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Red dye 40. Oh my God, this food color, it's going to kill me, you fucking pussies. Come on.
That's right. America.
God. Man the fuck up.
We brought back the blue M&M.
It's like, oh, in the UK, they don't have all the... Fuck the UK. We beat their ass in a war. Japan doesn't allow this. Should we remind you what happened in Japan? I don't think you want a reminder of that. Okay? We're fine over here. We live life dangerously. Okay?
By eating Fruit Loops.
Yeah. Hi, Guy Reviewing. Hail to the chat and the memberships. Excited for MegaCon and agree with Ryan. Star Wars Legacy is great if you read Dawn of the Jedi Force Storm series. Dawn of the Jedi was probably one of my least favorite books and projects in general. So I have read Dawn of the Jedi. They do have the little comic series surrounding it. I just wasn't a fan. Wasn't a fan. Bruce for a membership. Thank you, Bruce. Shadow Saiyan for 5. Milk or cereal first? You put the cereal in your mouth, you take 1 or 2 crunches, and then you take a swig of milk with all the cereal still in your mouth. You get the full thing, then you chew and swallow. Titty Smacker for 199. Have you ever played
Ooh,
Slugfest? I want a remake. I don't know if I remember Slugfest.
never played it.
Ministry of Wrong Thing for $1.99. Ryan is used to hard things going in his mouth. Yeah, cereal. And I think we're all caught up.
Woo!
Jay, we've been going for an hour and 30 seconds. As always, we run a tight ship here at Geeks and Gamers.
I love it. That's why I like doing daily with Ryan. Yesterday at the hour mark, Jeremy's like, "Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about something," and we went an extra 35 minutes of him talking about Tim Tebow and Titanfall 2. Topics I've never heard him talk about before.
Yeah, exactly. Jeremy's like, you remember back in the day when you had a CD that would just fucking skip on the same fucking track every time? That's Jeremy. Every once in a while, when he like runs out of things to talk about, it goes right back. Same thing, recycles. But you got anything going on today, Jay?
I'm gonna watch the vice president debate. I think that will be extremely entertaining.
It's not every day that we get nationally televised murder. So
yeah, I think it's going to be extremely entertaining. So that's what I got. That's what I'm going to do today. Actually, I got some park hopping videos Chris is putting together. So pretty much.
Nice. John Getz for 5. It's okay to give money to you during a disaster. You're damn right it is. It's not like you're a sitting VP collecting money during one or something. Can you imagine? That would be very embarrassing. Donna Hall for 5. America, man the fuck up. Sounds like the next G&G t-shirt.
That should be in Ryan's shirt store, honestly.
That's right. Should figure that one out. All right, guys. That's it for us today. We'll be back tomorrow. Well, somebody will be back tomorrow. Might be me. Might be Jay. Might be neither of us. Might be both of us. We don't fucking know. We just show up when we're told to show up here.
That's right.
What?
I said that's right. The notification, like, oh, okay, let me.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing today. All right, that's it for us. We'll talk to you guys next time, whenever that is. Bye.
Bye, everyone.